This activity, however, does not instill the spirit of the infantry.
The U.S. Army is getting rid of the shark attack, and bad guys are going to be nice from now on. Let's go. So as everybody knows, the shark attack, right, is the Army's version of meeting your drill instructors. The Marine Corps has got it when you get picked up by your DIs. But ultimately, it's welcome to the U.S. military, asshole, right? Not a big deal. It's not a long thing. They kind of wake you up. You realize, hey, I'm really in the military now. It's not the whole way boot camp is. But for some reason, we'll get to that point. Don't worry. The Sergeant Major of training decided, hey, this is not the way we should really celebrate the troops or get along or some kind of euphemism for social justice, we'll call it. Let's keep going.
Extend your arms.
What do you guys think of the shark attack? For us Marines, it seems like every day in boot camp, and I'm not telling boot camp fish stories here, but it's part of training, right? I didn't expect any different, and I wouldn't want any different for my kids, right? If you're going to go to battle, potentially, it's part of the job. You want to be trained and stressed and make sure you understand when you're under stress what to do, right? That's the point of all this. The point is not, we're not fixing people. We're not teaching kids art. It's warfare. So is this warfare? No. Does it help with getting them used to being under stress, getting them welcome to the Army? Yeah, of course it does. Put that in the comments what you think the why is, why we're getting rid of it. And is it going to make things better? Are we a more effective fighting force? Are we more lethal on the battlefield getting rid of the shark attack? That's my question.
Can't get this guy. He just hit me with the can't get him.
I'm going to argue we need the shark attack more now than ever. Because you get a kid like this, probably nice kids, an older video, thought he was well-trained, thought he was in shape. He gets there, he's not, he's stressed out. So you get a couple things going. Get some workout, right? Lifting the bag above your head. Get some stress inoculation. Get used to being yelled at and how it feels. Because a lot of people have never been yelled at. They've never been disciplined. They've never been told no. So I think now more than ever, we need the shark attack, and we're getting rid of it. Let's keep watching the shark attack. Then we'll get into the Sergeant Major.
You hit my cadre with the daggone bag. Oh, excellent. You hit the cadre with the daggone bag. Holy crap. Where's your freaking head, kid, yo?
Look at this guy's soup sandwich. Now, you see, guys, I'm sure I was that recruit at one point where you just are a mess, right? You're stressed out. And I was raised pretty hard. Like, I actually got disciplined as a child to include paddling. And it stresses you out, right? You're there. People are screaming at you. You can't do what you want. You can't scratch your balls when you want. You just can't be a normal human being. But that's part of it, right? I didn't expect any less, and I wouldn't want any less.
Where's your head get, yo? Oh, what's your freaking problem? What's your freaking problem? Somebody talk to me now that it's break your damn. What's your problem?
Welcome to the 2020 Maneuver Warfighter Conference. I'm Command Sergeant Major Rob Fortenberry of the United States Army Infantry School. This year's theme is appropriately titled Delivering Lethality and Developing Leaders, something I am proud to invest in each and every day here at the Infantry School. Your Infantry School has a proud history in training leaders for the rigors of close combat.
All right, let's stop there. Lethality. Execution on the battlefield. Are we more effective as a fighting force? Is the shark attack, getting rid of that, going to make a difference? And he's going to explain it to us. Let's keep going.
To look no further than our Infantry School patch to understand our priorities. Emblazoned with an M1905 bayonet, our mission is to inspire and instill the spirit of the bayonet in all whom train here. This spirit of the bayonet comes down to will, the will to meet and destroy the enemies in hand-to-hand combat. It springs from the fighter's confidence, courage, and grim determination, and is the result of vigorous training.
You know, you watch this video when you're an E4 in the Army in the 82nd Airborne, and they force you to watch this. You sit there and yuck it up with your boys in the background and said, who in the hell is this guy talking to? In other words, this isn't talking to the troops. This isn't coming from the command. This is coming from some staffer from a congressperson, because this just sounds like party line politics. Yeah, we all want it. We get what a bayonet does. We get lethality. How is this going to matter?
The motto of the infantry, follow me, 2 simple words, embroidered on our patch, embody both the spirit of the bayonet and the spirit of our infantry. While always being true to our core values of the infantry profession, we are constantly assessing, developing, implementing, and evaluating training and training methodology to provide the best possible training for our infantry formations throughout the Army. This year, we developed a new training event for our initial entry soldiers. We titled The First 100 Yards. Developed by the United States Army Infantry School and the senior enlisted non-commissioned officers of the 198th Infantry Brigade. The event is designed around the following tenets: understanding and appreciation for the spirit of the infantry by exposing trainees through physical hardship, a belief in oneself, belief in your teammates, and a belief in the leaders with whom they serve. We've taken a close look at how we instill the spirit of the bayonet and the spirit of the infantry.
The spirit of the bayonet, right? What's a bayonet used for? Thrust into someone's belly. I don't see how we take the spirit of the bayonet and get rid of the shark attack. And these euphemisms and niceties are so sweet on television.
From the first moment our soldiers arrive here as their initial training event on day 1, it is critical that our newest generation of soldiers have the experience at the beginning of their journey to become an infantry soldier. This lays the foundation for the next 22 weeks of infantry training. This is in stark contrast to what most soldiers across our Army have experienced over multiple generations during the first day of basic training. Commonly referred to as the shark attack, this non-documented period of instruction was developed during our draft Army years.
You see, they're taking no responsibility, this non-documented period of instruction. Does that mean anything to you guys besides sideways bullshit, this non-documented period of instruction? Come on, Sergeant Major.
Where the cornerstones of the event were to establish dominance and authority, using intimidation and fear to weed out the weak of heart. It created a chaotic environment that centered around applying physical exertion under stress, usually with the utilization of the trainees' duffel bags to determine those that were worthy to serve in the Army.
All right, I'm not hearing anything wrong here. Let's get to the hurt feelings and the need for a safe space and a stress card. I'm sure that's coming up next, right? They can post a picture of their boot camp experience on Instagram and then put up their stress card.
Drill sergeants were charged with assessing the trainees' ability to handle stress, singling out the perceived undesirables by enveloping them in a manner that emulated a shark attack, thus the name of the event. This activity, however, does not instill the spirit of the infantry.
All right. So this activity does not instill the spirit of the infantry. Okay, they're going through a thing. What is it, a day they go through shark attack? So what? I just don't get the mindset of this culture, and I'm trying to find the words that really mean what I think here. But rewind that. Listen to what this guy said. In the description, I'll put the link to this video. But the amount of crap that's coming out and the niceties and the social policy being instituted does not make a better fighting infantry soldier in the U.S. Army. Getting rid of the shark attack does not do that. Any of you guys are in the Army, please let me know if I'm wrong. But I can't imagine anybody who puts in the comments, yes, getting rid of it makes a difference, has ever served one day in the military.
It betrays the innate trust between teammates and, worse, betrays the crucial bond of trust with our leaders. Today, with an all-volunteer force and a large cohort of seasoned combat leaders, we have implemented a training event that captures the essence of our Army values and ethics.
You know what we've got there? We've got a training program that everybody gets a trophy. That's what he just said. Everybody's first. There's no second place. In other words, we all know second place is the first loser, right? Yeah, it sucks, but that's reality. Everybody gets a trophy now. Everybody gets a sticker on their paper for doing well in school.
Highlighting the culture of our infantry, dating back to the doughboys of World War I and trench warfare. Again,
yeah, can you imagine the doughboys of World War I saying, this is a good idea, Sergeant Major. We're battling their character and getting rid of a shark attack, which is maybe a day. I don't know. It wasn't in the Army. It's not a big deal. But we're going to get rid of it because it's not keeping up with the bayonet spirit or whatever crap they're feeding us.
Our infantry has always defined itself by the ability to close with our enemies in the last 100 yards of combat against the toughest of odds.
All right, enough of that. I can't take any more of that political BS speak. So what do you guys think of Sergeant Major, whoever he is, Thornton Berry? Nothing against the man, but he's a politician now because what he's saying is not true. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments, but make some sense of it. And if you didn't serve in the military and you're looking at this like it's a safe space for your third grader, I don't want to hear your comment. I'll see you in the next video.